Welcome back to the Brew Crew Podcast, everyone. This is day 15 of the Advent calendar. I wish there were 30 days and this was the halfway point, but there's actually only 24.
That's
We're
right.
way over the halfway hump.
Yes, we are.
But we are on day 15. Still plenty to go. Still a lot. 9 days, right? After today.
Yep.
This is great. We're on day 15 is the Ranke. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's probably like Da Ranke or something like that. It's from the Netherlands.
Belgium. You might be. Is it?
I don't know. On the website, you can either choose English or Netherlands. Which I feel like Netherlands isn't a language.
It's Dutch.
But the choices are English and Netherlands. It's like choosing I don't know.
Earth or moon? Do you want to speak moon or Earth?
It's like saying like that. Do you want to
Netherlands
choose red or
be the Dutch
or Cran?
And Belgium's right next door. But anyway, we'll get into that.
Anyway, this is Guldenberg or how would you say that in Dutch?
Guldenberg, I guess.
All right, it's 8%. Let's just open it before we talk about it. That way we can start getting a flavor. Get some flavor out of this. Let's see.
Molnar, back to the rescue.
Molnar.
I must be worthy because look.
Yeah, I got this going on there.
Got it.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh man, you're premature. 3, 2, 1. I was too. I heard you a little.
You go pop 3, 2.
I heard you a little. What? So I was just trying to make you feel better by going in there.
I was priming it.
No, priming is just getting it set. That's all right.
You can't stop Molnar. Molnar is going to do what Molnar does.
That's
it's
true.
The power of Thor. It's just going to happen.
It's true. So Guldenberg cheers. It actually comes in a bag if you get this. If you get this the right way.
A bag.
It comes in a bag like a Crown Royal. There it is. It's a bag.
Fancy schmancy.
I know. I want the fancy bag. I put that on. I pin it to the wall.
What the hell? We didn't get that.
The can art's pretty nice too. It has a. If we had it, it has like a little archway.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like it's like the cutout.
Oh.
To the entrance of the Prime Minister's home in England.
Wow.
What is that place called? Downton Abbey?
10 Downing. 10 Downing
10
Street.
Downton Abbey. Yep. 10 Downton Abbey Road.
8%. Instead, our can art is the Barrel House Special can art, and we're happy about that.
Well, I got the No Assholes Beyond This Point bottle cap, which I like.
Oh, man.
What's
You're
yours?
lucky. I didn't get anything.
You didn't have anything on it?
No.
Well, that's the opposite side.
Oh, Shorty.
Shorty. What does the top say? 12-ounce Shorty.
12-ounce Shorty.
I don't think that's true.
Is it?
Well, it's not a Shorty, right?
No, it's
a
not
regular.
Shorty.
It's a regular beer.
Oh, well.
Anyway, De Ranke, out of the Netherlands, they're very old, like 1930, I think. But most of the activity on their website, or most of the history, starts in like 95. So it sounds like they have
wow.
a lot more recorded history from the 90s.
Yeah.
They make beer. They make old school beer.
They do.
Yeah, so what kind of beer do you think this is?
This is a Belgian Tripel. Triple in the States, Tripel from there. And the Belgians, this is a Belgian, and the Belgians were the very first to make a double, actually, in the 1860s.
It says on their website this is a high fermenting balanced bitter beer.
It is.
And it's
spicy.
a golden.
Golden. It's a golden beer, golden amber beer. And it's very spicy.
40 IBUs.
High in octane.
12 EBCs.
The Tripel was developed or invented by the Belgians in the early 1900s, early 20th century. So they were the first to make the Tripel also. Now everybody makes a triple. Germans, English, Americans, everybody does. But look at that beautiful color right there. That is a gorgeous golden ale right there. Ooh, extreme close-up.
The origin of the name comes from former Guldenberg Abbey, the Wavell gem where monks used to make beer.
Monks, those party animals. They were having some good times.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Order some beer, play some poker. Monks had it good.
I'm gonna get it. You want to have any glass?
Yeah.
You can just give me that one that's there without, crashing the wall.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just making a joke.
Hopefully not destroying any baseball artifacts here.
I think we're all right. Yeah, very golden.
Isn't it?
I needed to smell it. That's why I poured it in a glass. It smells the same as it did in the bottle. I thought the bottle was kind of holding in the smell, but the aroma really didn't. It didn't burst when I poured it in the glass like I thought it would.
I smell the hops. I taste them.
Maybe I have COVID or something because I don't smell anything. I smell literally nothing. On the taste, yeah, I feel this beer has like a muted bitterness to it. Definitely malty. I guess the malt probably blends with the hops in a way that makes it one flavor rather than two, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I want this beer to be more complex just because I feel like it is more complex, but it's also not. It's just like there's a lot of words that are used, like bitter, and it's golden, and on the website, it describes all these different full-bodied flavors and everything like that. And sometimes that's probably true in relation to other beers in this category. Maybe it's full-bodied compared to them. It has a lot of notes. But I feel like a lot of it, I think in the sense that the malts and the hops, they become one, then I would describe this beer as balanced. It does tip the scale more towards the bitter, on the bitter side than anything else. It's only 40 IBUs. So, I think that's a reasonable amount. It's a decent amount. Not reasonable. It's a decent amount for compared to other beers. Matt describes some beers that are in like the hundreds that are nuts. Like people chase them. Just bitter beers that suck. Beers that suck. It's a category. That's the type of beer. It's Untapped. You look up
West
beers that
Coast-ish,
suck.
Yeah.
I don't even know if West Coast are they that high in the hundreds? Because I feel like 100 is like crazy, but I don't know the scale.
It's 100's off the charts.
Off the charts.
100's pretty dang bitter. This has bitterness, but I think it's really well balanced actually from that perspective. It's richer. It's got more depth of character, and it's richer. It's just got this richness to it, kind of a buttery quality to it. They talk about spiciness with Belgian triples. I'm not really tasting that much spice to this.
No.
I am getting a little hot bite, but it's not like it's not like a West Coast. It's nothing like that. It's pretty balanced. I'm liking that. It goes down really well. They're supposed to be spicy. You're supposed to get maybe a little bit of fruity esters in it, which isn't from fruit, just from the way they brew it and how much malt they have in there. Once this is at 8%, I think. Mm-hmm. Once the alcohol gets to a certain point, you'll start tasting some fruit esters in the beer, just the way it is from the alcohol. But I'm not really tasting that much fruit either.
Interesting. I wonder if there's anything like a disparity here because, and I don't know maybe how they describe their own beer. Like on Untapped and on Google, it says triple. But on their website, they don't use that term. Like, is it possible that they classify it differently?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good.
Just based on the flavors that we're both tasting here.
I don't know. Yeah, it's. I guess it's quite possible. This has a lot of the characteristics that you'd expect out of a.
Now they also put on the website whole hopped, whole hops. So what is the difference there?
Most of the time, brewers use pellets, hop pellets. It's processed hops, right? So they take the part of the hop that is the part that has the hop oils in it and the fragrance that they use for beer is the flower, right? It's very much like cannabis, right? It's all in the flower. So they pick the flowers and stuff, but the flowers are tough because they're light and they're leafy, and so if you throw those in, they're just going to float to the surface and not get mixed in. So what they do is they process the hops and they make little pellets out of them, and you put the pellets in and mix it all into the brew. But whole hops means they're using the whole hop, which is more. It's going to not quite be like a dry hop beer. When they throw dry hops in, they throw it kind of late in the process and they throw it on top. But a whole hop is going to be very similar. It's going to be light. It's going to probably stay closer to the surface, while it's fermenting. And
you get stems and seeds stuck in there a lot.
No, they probably filter all those out.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
Yeah, you get
weed joke.
You get you get some of those hop seeds stuck in your teeth when you're, and then about half hour later you go, whoa, dude, this beer's gnarly.
You need to try the 420 strain from Stillwater. That's a real beer, and it tastes and smells just like cannabis.
You know what? I'd love to try that.
Yeah, we'll try it. They have it. It's out of Indiana, I think. But we'll get to the rank. I feel like, again, I'm just going to go off the top rope like Matt. I feel like it's bitter, yes. It's not as bitter as I expected. I feel like the bitterness is coming more from the malt side, and it's taking ownership of this beer. And yeah, it's got a little darkness to it. And I think that's, again, probably from the malts. I don't know. I still need to learn some things about the malt cooking process and figure out some of that, but I think that's where this is coming from. Yeah, there's hops, but I feel like, again, it's the balance takes away the hop, the traditional hop flavor, and tips the scales towards the malt. The 8%, yeah, that's probably perfect for this beer. But it's yeah, I mean, it's beer. It's a beer. It's a beer that, some beers just taste like beer, and I think this one is one of them. I think it's good. How good do I think it is?
That is the question.
I thought I was going off the top rope, but this beer is kind of, the breath is a little metallic, which I find that it happens a lot on European beers, especially Pilsners. And this has that same breath. So that's one thing I don't like about it, but I do like the flavor. I like the bitterness. I think the bitterness, like Phil said, is balanced. I'm going to put this beer at a even keel, fair, tough but fair 3.5.
I think that's totally fair. And in this one, I'm aligned 100% with you.
Boom.
I like this beer a lot. It's definitely a beer I'd drink again. This could be a daily drinker because it's more than a regular beer. It's smoother, it's richer, it's fuller flavored, all of which I like. It's got a really great balance. In fact, they nailed the balance of this. For an 8%,
I would agree with that.
Triple, they've completely nailed the balance of sweet maltiness with 8%. That's a lot of malt, a lot of sweetness, and the hop bitterness without being overpowering on either end. So all of that's good. Is it spectacular? It's not spectacular. It's great. It's very, very good, but it's not spectacular. I'm going to have to sit with 3.5 too. It's kind of between 3.25 and 3.5, but I got to go with 3.5. That's a good call.
Yeah, I think that's a good score for this
really good, solid beer.
I think if you're in Europe and you have this beer, you're like, wow, this is great beer. Because you're in Europe, you're in the mood to have a great beer, and you're like, they did this well, it's balanced.
Yep.
But if you're here, you're drinking a lot of craft beer where we have the diversity and variety we have, it falls in line. 3.5.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There's nothing
Good
wrong
beer.
with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And, if you're looking for a really solid, just regular beer, and you want to take a break from the sours or take a break from the, coffee stouts or some of the other craziness we get into here, This is a great beer to pick. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, if you go to Netherlands, oh, by the way, some of that mineral flavor that you're tasting, that's the water in Europe.
Ugh.
You get a lot of,
Well water.
Yeah, you get a lot of flinty, kind of almost steel kind of flavors.
Yeah.
Some of the wines like that too. It's
Ugh.
based on the water that they use during brewing and the quality of water.
Clean your water.
Clean
your water.
They don't have.
Get a filter.
They don't have a lot of soft water like we have here.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, for what it's worth. Anyway, that's.
For what it's worth, this beer tastes like metal.
And if you're into metal, like we are,
But not that kind. Different kind of metal.
kidding.
The taste of metal.
Kidding.
What do they say? If you taste metal, you're having a stroke, right?
Oh,
Drink
or,
this
or
beer.
a heart attack. Yeah.
You're having a stroke.
Wow, that's a pleasant thought to end on. So,
That's it. That's day 15.
3.5 squared.
3.5 squared.
15.
Man,
Down.
it's going. I can't believe it.
It's going way too fast.
Man,
I looked at the
we
calendar
need to have
today.
2 more advent
I
calendars.
got Matt's calendar printed off, and I got it taped up right behind my monitors at work. So when I'm feeling bored, frustrated, anxious, or whatever, I just look up and go, I've got
there's
I've
a
got
beer
beer
tonight.
tonight.
Oh yeah, there's
But
a beer every night.
man, I'm checking off the days, and it's going fast.
These are the dog days, though. I kind of had a feeling that it would be. Like, I don't know what it is about these middle days, but I haven't been excited about a lot of these. No offense to the brewers. I mean, like English bitter, English mild, this bitter, triple. Fine. Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's have it. But like, I think that, like we need to amp it up. Like, I think that every day we should try to beat the last day.
Yeah, I
Like
think we should go. For
and I think that we
24
should take
minutes
risks. Like, there should be beers that come in and are like, this beer is a crazy departure from whatever.
Yep.
It's going to either be like a 4.75 or it's going to be a 1.
You know, we haven't
I
had
want
any-
beers like that
Right,
like
me
could
too.
be great or horrible.
Because there's a lot of beers in the middle ground now.
Yeah, they're all in the middle.
And-
This is like, oh, they did a good job brewing
You
this
know,
beer.
they're not sucky beers. We're having a really good run of really solid beers this year.
Yeah, let's get like a 1 in there.
But there's no really crappy beers where you just put it in your mouth and go, bah,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't drink that, right? Which would be funny.
Yeah.
Or the ones that you go, oh, that's a 5. You know, haven't had that yet. But in 2 days,
We might.
we get round 2 of Jackie O's.
Yep.
Oh,
Honey.
I spoiled it. I think I spoiled it.
You can spoil it.
But
It's
you
not
know
a secret.
what?
We
We're
put it
excited
out.
about that because
We
we're
put it
gonna-
out on social media.
We're to be, yeah, it is. That's true. We're congregating, and we're excited about that. Anyway,
Congregating. We're starting a religion, a new religion. The religion of beer.
the new Advent calendar, the Adventists. Oh, that's right. They already got a bunch of hospitals and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we'll have the Adventist breweries. They don't have that.
yep. We're starting a new religion. That's it. That's day 15. Join us tomorrow and every day for Advent Spectaculars.
See ya.
Bye.